A Russian fighter jet clipped a U.S. Air Force MQ-9 Reaper drone operating over the Black Sea on Tuesday, forcing the American aircraft to crash into the water below, U.S. European Command said. Two Russian Su-27 jets carried out an unsafe and unprofessional intercept of the drone as it was flying in international airspace, EUCOM said in a statement. The two Russian aircraft dumped fuel on and flew in front of the drone several times before one of these Su-27s struck the Reaper's propeller shortly after 7 a.m. local time. When the Russian plane clipped the drone, the U.S. military was forced to bring the aircraft down in international waters. EUCOM criticized the incident as reckless, environmentally unsound, and unprofessional, and said it demonstrates a lack of competence from Russian forces. Our MQ-9 aircraft was conducting routine operations in international airspace when it was intercepted and hit by a Russian aircraft, resulting in a crash and complete loss of the MQ-9, said U.S. Air Force General James B. Hecker, commander of U.S. Air Forces Europe and Air Forces Africa, in the statement. In fact, this unsafe and unprofessional act by the Russians nearly caused both aircraft to crash. U.S. and allied aircraft will continue to operate in international airspace, and we call on the Russians to conduct themselves professionally and safely, he continued. Pentagon Press Secretary Air Force Brigadier General Pat Ryder told reporters at a briefing on Tuesday afternoon that the Su-27 that struck the Reaper drone likely suffered damage as well but went on to land at an undisclosed location. He said that to his knowledge, the drone has not been recovered by the Russians. He did not provide any updates on possible U.S. recovery efforts. Tuesday's incident marks the most direct confrontation between U.S. and Russian forces since the start of the war in Ukraine and the latest provocative action by Russian forces against NATO members around the Black Sea, where intercepts are not uncommon. There have been numerous close encounters and aggressive maneuvers against NATO militaries in recent years, amid increasing tensions between Moscow and the West, even before the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. As recently as October, a Russian jet released a missile near a UK Royal Air Force reconnaissance plane on a patrol mission. Moscow blamed the incident on a technical issue. It was not the first time a fighter jet operating in Eastern Europe accidentally fired a missile when it wasn't supposed to. Over the years, Russian aircraft have also repeatedly buzzed NATO warships in the Black Sea, and Russian jets have on a number of occasions conducted unsafe maneuvers around American planes. European Command said on Tuesday that Russia's aggressive actions risked accidental escalation or a miscalculation, adding that U.S. forces routinely operate aircraft around Europe in both international airspace and over the sovereign territory of partner nations. The crash comes as the relationship between Washington and Moscow remains strained over the Kremlin's unprovoked war against Ukraine, which recently eclipsed the one-year mark and shows no signs of slowing down as casualties continue to mount on both sides. The Reaper drone, manufactured by the U.S. company General Atomics, is a remotely piloted aircraft of the MALE, medium-altitude long-endurance type, equipped with ultra-modern onboard sensors, optronic ball and radar, to carry out surveillance operations at a cruising speed of 335 kilometers per hour. With a wingspan of 20 meters, it has an endurance of more than 24 hours of flight. It can carry several types of weaponry: laser and GPS-guided bombs, GBU or Hellfire missiles. Its ground crew consists of 4 people. In addition to the United States, several European armies have Reaper drones in their fleets, including the British, Italians, French, and Spanish. The skies of the Black Sea are the scene of regular interactions between drones and aircraft from NATO countries and the Russian armed forces.